Hello, how are you? I am back again and today I am super excited. I'm sharing the brand new Jo Malone perfume with you. This is the Christmas limited edition perfume, which is called Starlit Mandarin and Honey, and I'm so excited to get into it. I'm already wearing the perfume. I was wearing it the last couple of days. I'm wearing it today. I was actually filming this video, then my boyfriend came into the room next door, went to the loo, and I was like, let's start again. So I'm already wearing the perfume. I smell incredible, and yeah, I'm gonna discuss it with you, and I'm just super excited for this one. But before we get started, I want to show you the bottle because it's so pretty. I think it's my favorite limited edition bottle that they've ever created, and it is a bit of a dream. So yeah, I'm gonna do that YouTuber thing. Here is the front. The paper that it's printed on, it has kind of more of a textured finish, but then where the magic really happens is the glass is embossed in stars, and I can't describe how pretty it is in real life. It's an absolute dream. It's so pretty, and it just, oh, I love it. I think it's just so simple but so magical, and yeah, I love it. I think it's a stunner. There it is again. I don't know if you can see properly, but it's just, I don't know, it just perfectly captures the essence of the perfume as well. So before we get started, I'm going to tell you some details. First of all, it's a 100ml bottle and it costs £105. It's a limited edition perfume and perfume bottle just for Christmas 2021, and often, I'm just going to be honest, these limited edition perfumes do sell out quite quickly. Like, I think Rose and Magnolia sold out really fast. I think the Snowdrop, and I can't remember what it was, but the Snowdrop one from a few years ago, that sold out really fast. And I think Orange Bitters also sold out really fast. Some of them have come back this season, so I will link them below. But these bottles do tend to sell quite quickly. So if you do want it, I wouldn't wait too long. I would try and get in there quite quickly. Oh, and while you're on the website, actually, they've got some incredible gift sets, just so you know. Anyway, notes include mandarin, honey, coumarin, which I think I'm pronouncing right, and that is a base note, which is kind of milky, powdery, and almost woodsy, earthy. And then it also has some tasting notes, which are dry grass, star anise, and geranium, and also a tiny hint of tobacco. And yeah, it's basically an unusual, unique, festive, and fabulous fragrance. So I'm going to tell you a little about it. Like I said, I'm already wearing it, so I'm not going to spritz anymore because I think it could be overkill, and also it's quite nice because I'm starting to get a little bit more of a dry down. But on first impact, you definitely get a heavy hit of that mandarin. I would say it's more than just mandarin as well. Mandarin is quite like just a clean, simple citrus, whereas I would say there's a bit more going on. It's a little bit more of a complex citrus. It's almost like it's mandarin with a little bit of like kumquat, with a little bit of like almost grapefruit, just a little bit more of a citrus accord, which is a little bit more blended of a few different citruses rather than just solely mandarin, I would personally say. It feels a little bit more complex. It also feels like there's like a hint of orange bitters in there. I don't know if that's just me, but it definitely has this kind of boozy orangey feel, but I would say softer, prettier, and more kind of sparkling and feminine. Anyway, the heart, which is of course honey, I was a little bit nervous about because I'm not really into sweet perfumes, and I thought the honey would make it quite a sweet, almost sickly kind of tangerine-y, orangey kind of vibe, but it's actually not. The honey is not that sweet, and it's almost quite a woodsy, earthy, slightly boozy honey. I would almost say there's almost a hint of amaretto in there. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like there's something quite almondy and amaretto about this perfume. I don't know if that's just me. And then the base, of course, is that kind of milky, powdery, sensual kind of trail that you get from the coumarin, which I hope I'm pronouncing right. But then, of course, the tasting notes of dried grass, star anise, and geranium. I don't really personally pick up on the star anise or the geranium, but I do pick up on the tobacco, and I very much pick up on the dried grass. I love the dried grass in it. I think it just kind of adds this kind of magic to it. I don't know why. it just really adds something to it. I was really nervous that this perfume was going to be like quite sweet and citrusy, but it's actually not. It's very much more twinkling, evening-y, festive-y, fabulous, magical, mystery, kind of mystical. It's really special. It's quite boozy, it's quite grown up. It's definitely not daytime perfume. It's definitely more of an evening perfume. And I would definitely personally say that the main accords that I pick up on are the citrus mandarin with like a little bit more maybe kumquat in there or something. And then I would say the dry grass is a really dominant note. I would also say there's a very boozy, tobacco-y, dark bars kind of note going on. And then there is this beautiful powdery trail, which is just really pretty, really sensual, really lovely for the evening. It's kind of like a weird mix of different Jo Malone fragrances. Like, I personally think this is quite a complex fragrance. A lot of the Jo Malone fragrances are often very simple and pared back, but I actually think there's quite a lot going on in this fragrance, which I really like, because I think you want that kind of more complex feeling at Christmas time. But I would say it reminds me a little bit of, and I've written notes here, vetiver and golden vanilla. It really does remind me of that fragrance, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the dry grass and the touch of sweetness, but it does remind me of vetiver and golden vanilla. It also heavily reminds me of orange bitters, because it has that similar orange note, but then also that kind of boozy note, which I love orange bitters. And then it's got a hint of poppy and barley, not the rose part of poppy and barley, but more the dry cerealiness of poppy and barley, if you can imagine that. And then it also reminds me just a touch of Marin Tonka, not necessarily because of the ingredients, but more the vibe, if that makes sense. That kind of, that richness, that mystery, that just kind of feel it gives me. It just, there's something about it which kind of gives me reminders of Marin Tonka. But yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It is limited edition, so if you want it, buy it soon. The bottle is a goddamn dream. I think it's so pretty. And yeah, if you love orange bitters, I think you might like this one. If you're a little bit nervous with sweet fragrances, I wouldn't worry about the honey accord, because it really isn't as honey-y as you would think. It's a lot more like an ingredient, a bit like you might put a little bit of honey in a cocktail, just to give it a little something, a little, I don't know, just offset some kind of smoky, woodsy, tobacco-y booziness. Yeah, I think the main accords are more dry grass, kind of a vetiver, tobacco-y, woodsy, wintry note, and then of course that wonderful bright freshness of the citrus mandarin. It's beautiful. And I definitely can pick up on an amaretto note. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like there's a little amaretto-iness going on, just a touch, just a hint, just a smather of it. So let me know what you think, because I'd be really curious to see if anybody else picks up on that. But yeah, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous perfume. Have I got any other notes about it? Oh yes, one more thing, longevity. Now, the longevity is good, but the longevity is not incredible. It is definitely an evening perfume, so I'm going to hold it up a bit higher. It is definitely an evening perfume, and it would last the whole evening, but I wouldn't say it would last day until evening. If you are going to wear it in the daytime, I would reapply before you go out at night, but if you're just wearing it in the evening, it's absolutely perfect. And also, if you do want to kind of make it a little bit heavier and make it a bit more long lasting, you can always spray a little on your clothes and a little in your hair, just to kind of, you know, get that fuller, richer, kind of longer lasting scent. In terms of fragrance combining, I'm not sure what they officially, sorry, I've got pins and needles in my leg. It's a pregnancy. I'm not sure what it officially combines with, but I would personally be tempted to combine it with Marin Tonka, wood sage and sea salt, or the orange bitters to kind of get, I don't know, a little bit more festivity and a little bit more boozy and really amp up those orangey boozy notes. I think it would be really nice with orange bitters, and it might also soften orange bitters a little bit. But yeah, I think it reminds me a lot of orange bitters, but more feminine and a little softer. So I think it might combine really nicely with orange bitters, but also I think it'd be splendid with Marin Tonka. Anyway, that is my video. That's my thoughts on the new perfume. It is Starlit Mandarin and Honey, and I hope you love it as much as I do. I will see you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Okay, bye.